Imagine building something that should shake the world, something explosive, something nobody saw coming. But every day it feels like you're stuck, like you're banging your head against a wall no one can see, no one hears your fight, and the more you push, the heavier the resistance grows. This is the brutal reality for so many founders, investors, leaders, those souls who should be leading the charge, yet feel strangled by invisible chains no one talks about. The system that's supposed to help you scale is quietly suffocating you. It's like trying to sprint through quicksand, and every idea you birth, every bold step you take, seems swallowed before it can breathe. What if all this pain, this grind, this exhaustion, isn't just bad luck or lack of vision? What if there's a hidden pattern behind every startup that blows up? A secret that accelerates the few while locking the masses in place? Something no MBA textbook, no investor pitch deck, no startup guru seems to admit out loud. The real fire behind explosive success burns unseen, and it's not just a smarter idea or bigger funding. It's raw, it's ruthless, and it's waiting to be unleashed inside you. Think of those moments when everything seemed impossible. The uncertainty that bites into your bones, the late nights when doubt screams louder than your hope, the frustration when the right tactics are nowhere near enough. It's not that the rules don't work. The problem is the rules themselves, and the trap they set for almost every founder. The first brutal truth: explosive startups don't happen because you follow a formula. They explode when the founders rip the whole playbook apart and build something that no one else dreamed even could exist. They break free from the chains of conventions, from comfort zones baked deep into systems that want everyone just like yesterday. Here's the punch. Your superpower lies not in fitting in, but in becoming utterly and unapologetically misaligned with every tired expectation. It's about rejecting consensus with the force of a tornado. That refusal to live a borrowed life is the hidden code. Ask yourself, how many times have you caught yourself bending, twisting your vision just to get a nod, a yes, an approval? How often has the noise of what others think stolen your focus, made you second-guess the wild, impossible idea burning inside you? That's the slow death that kills raw potential every day. But imagine for a moment if you could stop bending. Stop trying to please the system that's built to reward mediocrity and compliance. Imagine standing tall, untouchable in your radical difference. This is the spark that ignites every startup that bursts through limits. The rare courage to be different, fiercely different. No shortcuts, no half measures. Every giant leap begins when you stop shrinking. But here's the kicker that few dare to say out loud: talent, vision, grit. All that is meaningless without the right connections. Not the connections people brag about on LinkedIn, or the number of seats at a networking dinner. Real connections that cut through noise and foster brutal honesty, fierce complementarity, raw synergy. This invisible link between the few minds willing to burn as hot as you do, the rare, the misunderstood, the wild souls. This is the power multiplier no one teaches you in school. Most startup programs focus on scaling network size, like it's a game of numbers. But the explosive startups are fueled by the quality of their network, elite, aligned, ready to amplify your will like nothing else on earth. Without this, even the best vision can die alone, unheard, unseen. Many founders drown not because their ideas suck, but because they swim without a current. Change isn't in the crowd, it's in the edge. That sharp, fierce margin where rebels live. The painful truth is that the world will try to grind you down, usher you into the herd, quiet your fire with hollow promises of comfort and stability. This is slavery disguised as freedom. It's the smile that traps you inside a cage made of soft walls and whispered lies. This is why so many fail quietly, invisible among millions. The system isn't broken. It's optimized to blend you out, to make you another small cog when you were meant to blaze as a revolutionary machine. So, how do you break out? How do you become one of those rare startups that not only challenges the game but rewrites it? It's simpler and harder than you think. First, sovereignty over your will is the weapon. Your decisions, your vision, your story, hold them fiercely. Not for the comfort of pleasing investors or echoing market trends, but because your vision is a flame that no one else can walk into and not feel. Second, question everything, especially your own assumptions. The startup world is full of best practices that are really best fallbacks. Radical questioning is your scalpel to cut through obsolete thinking. Third, transformation is non-negotiable. You must be willing to blow apart your own past successes and failures and build from the ashes a new reality, one that only you can see. And don't rush it. True impact plays the long game. Patience is power. The market will respect the courageous who persist longest, not the loudest. And here's the final, most brutal truth. You can't do this alone. You were never meant to. The hidden pattern that fuels every explosive startup is the web of intensely aligned individuals who stoke each other's fires. These aren't just contacts. These are lifelines. People who challenge, support, and radically complement your strengths and weaknesses. They see you not as a project, but as a sovereign human, blazing a unique trail. You don't build the future by copying others. You forge it by connecting with those who will burn just as fiercely, those you can trust to stand with you when the fire gets hottest. Precision in partnership is your secret weapon, your fortress. This hidden pattern is simple yet terrifying. Radical individuality amplified by brutal connection. This is where true startup explosion happens, not in the office's pitches or code, but in the raw human energy that refuses to be extinguished or diluted. Most founders fight the wrong battles. Instead of fighting to fit in, fight to stand out. Instead of chasing safe approval, chase the few who see your real value. Instead of daily hustle that drains, build an inner fortress that fuels your fire. Your startup's explosion is waiting on this liberation, on you stepping into the uncomfortable truth that freedom isn't given, it's taken. That your greatest asset isn't your product or your pitch, but the unrelenting will to become more than what this system expects, and the fierce network of souls aligned to that mission. When that happens, your startup doesn't just grow. It detonates, sending shockwaves that rewrite markets, that disrupt norms, that create something entirely new. This isn't about fitting into the world's lame narrative of success. It's about obliterating it and crafting a reality only you and your aligned few can inhabit. It's about peeling off every mask, every borrowed idea, any fuzzy safety net, and owning the raw, wild, unscripted fire underneath. That fire, the one the world fears, will set you free. It will make you unstoppable. So here's the challenge everybody shies away from. Burn the playbook. Find the rare few who burn with you. Question everything. Own your will with fierce love. Transform relentlessly. Build not for the comfort of the crowd, but for the fervor of the future only you can unlock. The explosive startup isn't a matter of luck or timing. It's a secret society of the few who dare to be radically themselves and refuse to settle for anything less than their full, wild potential. You are that rare one. Now, the question isn't what's the hidden pattern, but are you ready to live it, breathe it, and become the spark that changes everything forever? Because once that fire ignites, nothing, no system, no doubt, no failure can hold you back.